in the final weeks ahead of the high-stakes U.S. presidential elections, and key campaign issues are coming to the fore. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump is in Colorado, and he escalated the anti-immigration rhetoric that has fueled his presidential run. Addressing supporters in the town of Aurora, Trump called for death penalty for migrants who kill U.S. citizens. This is the same location that Trump claims is being overrun by criminal migrants.
And we will begin the largest deportation operation in the history of the United States. We will close the border. We will stop the invasion of illegals into our country. And if they come back into our country, they will be told it is an automatic 10-year sentence in jail with no possibility of parole. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
Illegal immigration is the top voter concern in the United States, and as per opinion polls, voters believe Trump is the best person able to address it. But his staunch anti-immigration stance and targeted attacks on the Latin community have sparked fear and security concerns among many. Trump is also facing a significant setback among women voters over his stance on abortion. In fact, according to a new survey by KFF, abortion has emerged as the most important issue in the November election for women under 30. Nearly 4 in 10 women under 30 have said that abortion is the most important issue to their vote. This number has doubled since late spring, with Vice President Kamala Harris entering the presidential race. The Democratic nominee's last campaign spot was in Arizona. Harris held an event in Scottsdale for Republicans supporting her campaign, where she said that if elected, she would put a Republican in her cabinet and create a bipartisan council of advisors to give feedback on policy. Referring to her Republican rival, Harris also said that some powerful forces in fact, are trying to divide Americans.
There are some powerful forces that are trying to divide us as Americans, would have us and cheer us on if we point fingers at one another. There's this kind of backward thinking coming from some folks that suggests that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, instead of what we know, which is the real measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. That's strength.
Trump and Harris are also in an intensifying battle over who will win or who will better defend domestic auto manufacturers and their workers. Earlier this week, Donald Trump rolled out a plan to boost the U.S. auto industry. In a speech in Detroit, Trump pitched new restrictions on Chinese autonomous vehicles, stricter automotive trade rules with Mexico and Canada, dramatically higher tariffs on cars, and a new tax deduction for car loan interest payments. Less than a month before the vote, a new Wall Street Journal poll suggests that Trump and Harris are neck to neck in the race. As per the data, they are within 2 percentage points of one another in 6 of the 7 battleground states that will ultimately decide the next president. The only exception is Nevada, where Trump is leading by 5 percentage points in the WSJ poll. And as per the latest Rasmussen Reports survey, 47% of likely U.S. voters are likely to vote for Trump, while 46% for Harris. These findings are nearly unchanged since last week, when Trump held a 49% to 47% lead over Harris. In fact, the 5th consecutive week that Trump has led Harris by 2 points in the poll. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.